Hey, this is Brian again, and I got Instapod number 3. First off, I want to straighten out, in the second Instapod, I gargled a word, and I want you to know what that word was. Pejorative. I'm going to say it more than once because a pejorative is a phrase or term that puts somebody down. So when I said that, I kind of gargled it. I laughed at myself. Anyway, I'm just fixing that. That's a small error in Instapod number 2 when describing the Wrecking Crew name was given as a pejorative, as a put down to the musicians that were known as the Wrecking Crew. And so I just want to fix that. It just bugs me, like, oh god. Anyway, and then also I mentioned that the Wrecking Crew was responsible for 40 number one hits. That's true. I said 140 top 100. That was incorrect. There's 140 top 10 hits and hundreds of top 100 hits. And as I looked into it, it's kind of interesting. The Wrecking Crew actually, now you think, well, they must have done thousands of songs. No, higher than that. 10,000 more, 20,000 more, 30,000 even more. The Wrecking Crew did in the 30,000s of songs. That's pretty wild. So I just want to give a greater context to the Wrecking Crew, and also just some little bit of information. You ever heard of Phil Spector's Wall of Sound production style? That the Wrecking Crew was his house band, basically, that helped him create that famous Wall of Sound that made Phil Spector such a legend in the music history. And it's been said that if there was a rock and roll song that came out in LA, recorded between 1962 and 1972, odds are the Wrecking Crew was the one playing those songs. Now, I had implied before that that artists today still use musicians, studio musicians, songwriters outside of themselves. Happens all the time. Management and production companies, record labels do select songs for the artists. Some artists never write their own songs. They may get a little bit of a songwriting credit. That's mainly for royalty purposes, and sometimes it's just a word or two. But there are professional songwriters in Nashville, LA, Detroit, everywhere that they make music. That's the main source of what they do. That still happens today. When I said it was rare, I meant rare that they're all anonymous. Like the Wrecking Crew was actually anonymous. And so that's the difference today. But I think there's the Wrecking Crew was involved with the Beach Boys, the Byrds, Harry Nilsson, Elvis Presley, Sam Cooke, the Carpenters, Simon and Garfunkel, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, you name it. The Wrecking Crew was on their recordings. Some of the songs that you may be familiar with that they're involved with: Bridge Over Troubled Water, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys, We've Lost That Loving Feeling by the Righteous Brothers, Be My Baby by the Who? Who's this? Oh, the Ronettes. I'm sorry, I'm reading off a sheet of paper that I wrote down some notes. Mr. Tambourine Man, God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, Elvis, California Dreamin', Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford, Mona Lisa by Nat King Cole, Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel, La Bamba by Richie Valens, You Send Me by Sam Cooke, The Way We Were by Barbara Streisand, Only You by the Platters, Happy Together by the Turtles, Aquarius, that famous song, The Age of Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In, Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell, and on and on and on. Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille, I Got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher, River Deep, Mountain High, I Can Tina Turner, and Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell, and Close to You by the Carpenters, and also Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra even. The Wrecking Crew was everywhere. They were a pivot point in music history, and I believe right now with technology and everything that's happening in music, it's another pivot point. There's been other pivot points, no doubt. We'll discuss that in the next pod. But I just wanted to use Instapod number 3 to clarify a little bit more about the Wrecking Crew. And guess what? I did it in 5 minutes. I'm getting so close to 4. Take care. God bless. Thanks for listening. And check out the Wrecking Crew on Spotify. All right. Bye-bye.